everybody, how's it going? Happy Tuesday! It's Tuesday already. Holy moly, the week is flying. No, I mean, it's only Tuesday. But today actually went by really fast for me. I don't know how your guys' Tuesdays went, but I feel like I blinked and my day was over, which was great. You know, that's exactly what you want for a Tuesday. You want it to be over as quickly as possible. So here we are, my favorite part of Tuesday. We're back, we're live, and we're ready to play some video games. So hello, everyone. Hi, Meerkat, how are you? You have arrived. You were the first one in. Welcome, here's your star. Put that on your shirt. Get a sticker, because you were here first. Meerkat says, also, coming tomorrow, there's an update for New World, but it's going to be a PTR thing, which they are also launching tomorrow. Interesting. I'll have to read more about it. I've really been enjoying my New World run. I know we actually streamed one day of New World a couple months ago, and I mentioned then how I really had no aspirations or intention to play New World at all. And then it came out, everyone was playing it. I said, why not? I guess it hasn't been months. It was the end of September it came out, so it's been like 6 or 7 weeks. But yeah, I tried it. I'm really enjoying it. As a lot of you guys know, I was a big WoW player, and I kind of fell out of it a little bit after all the no good business that came up with Blizzard. It kind of turned me away from the game for a little bit, and so, you know, I had some MMO time freed up in my life, and a little bit of an itch there, and I've really been enjoying New World. It's obviously very different from WoW in, like, so many ways. But the thing I compare it most to is RuneScape, which was actually my first ever foray into MMOs, was RuneScape back in like 2006. So it's actually been really fun, because this is more of like a back to basics, back to my roots of MMO games for me. So I have been enjoying New World, I gotta say. Hi Euro, how are you doing? Meerkat says, your Life is Strange Square Enix extension is still operational? Oh, interesting. Let me turn that off. How do I turn that off? It didn't work in the first place. I don't even know how to turn it off. I think I gotta go under extensions. Hang on. Square Enix, here we go. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, there we go. Should be gone now. Hopefully. Thanks for the heads up, Meerkat. Didn't even think about that. But yeah, welcome on in, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We are going to be picking up here tonight from where we left off last night, which is with the Forgotten City. If you guys weren't here last night, then you'll know that we started a brand new game. It is called the Forgotten City. It is a time loop murder mystery set in ancient Rome. Which, honestly, those few words alone were enough to get me interested in the game. I don't know about you guys, but the premise is really cool, and luckily the gameplay lived up to how cool the premise was. We're only like 3 hours in, and as Meerkat says, the first video is up on YouTube if anybody needs to catch up. But I loved it so far. Like, I blinked last night and I was like, holy shit, I've been streaming for 3 hours. It was wild. I was so into it. One thing I do feel, though, is last night I feel like I was like all over the place, because the thing about this game, it's so open-ended. They just drop you in. There's no direction. I mean, there is a little bit, I guess. They're just like bam, and there's like 20 people to meet and locations to visit, and people are dying and all these different crimes, and I feel like I was kind of like all over the place last night. So one thing I want to do tonight is be more procedural in where we go. So I wanted to do sort of a talk through summary before we hop in tonight. Y'all know I love to do this. But essentially we started the beginning of the game, we woke up, we had drifted down a river apparently. A girl named Karen had pulled us from the river. She was like, hey, can you go look for my friend in those ruins? So we went into the ruins, ended up going into a portal, bringing us back 2,000 years in the past, where we're in this ancient underground city, in this of the Roman Empire. There's 23 people in the city, and everyone has to live according to the golden rule. Meaning, if one person commits a sin, everybody dies. And so we need to stop the potential sinner from doing the sins, and escape the time loop, essentially. Create a paradox. And so, as I said, there's like, I think there's 23 characters, and each one has their own backstory. So we learned about I can't even remember anybody's names. There's like the kind of crazy lady who's clearly had some revelations, and she's kind of speaking in tongues, but some of the stuff she's saying, I think she's actually like understanding what's happening here. So we met her. We met the bartender, who's actually a major bitch. She rejected me twice and then sold poison to a girl as her way out. Said girl took the poison because she was actually indebted to an awful man who made her his slave. So she was like, fuck this. She made a suicide pact with another guy who's also a slave. And is the ex-boyfriend or boyfriend of a missing girl. The missing girl, as I'm talking, the webs are growing. The missing girl is the adopted daughter of the magistrate. And there is an election happening on the day of for a new magistrate between evil guy with slaves and current magistrate. There's a really sweet guy who's locked up in a cage because the magistrate thought he was going to break the rules because he's on a treasure hunt, so we gotta try to find the treasure. There's a very sweet gay man named Virgil who's being blackmailed by a totally in-the-closet man, so we gotta get that sorted out. As you can see, there's a whole lot of shit happening here, okay? At the end of yesterday's stream, not only had all of this happened, but we had actually gone underneath the city and found the remains of ancient Greek ruins, and an old man down there who's apparently been alive through this whole thing, so... Look, if those 5 minutes of me blabbing about all this didn't make you realize how much is going on in this game, well... You'll find out. But as you can see, you can kind of see why I was all over the place last night. But tonight, the plan is to kind of go in, hopefully, I say this now, we'll probably get caught up in the madness, but hopefully go in a little bit more procedurally. The number one thing I want to start with tonight, the gossip is real for this game, says Meerkat, right? Jesus, you could be spilling the tea all day long. The last thing we did last night was we met the other guy who's running for magistrate, and he has 2 different color eyes. And we met an assassin who's here to kill someone with 2 different color eyes because he is the head of the Christian cult who apparently burned down Rome 7 months ago. So what I want to do tonight is I want to go to the assassin and be like, guess what? Your man's is over there. A sin will then be committed, which I mean will totally throw the time loop out of whack. However, I want to at least see where it goes, what happens from that. And we said we meet the priestess in the baths after we dealt with the assassin, so... TLDR, that's where we're gonna start tonight. We're gonna go from there. But yeah, as Meerkat says, there's lots of witch hunts and shit. It should be an interesting time, so... I feel like I have talked enough here. If you guys haven't seen yesterday's stream or the video, you're probably like, what is this girl even talking about? She's been rambling for literally 15 minutes, so... I'm gonna stop rambling, and we're just gonna get into the game, because I feel like the best explanation is just to sit back and watch. So how about we do that? Yeah, TLDR, I hope everybody had a good Tuesday today, and thank you all so much for stopping in, as usual. I'm looking forward to this all day. It's my favorite part of Tuesday. It's getting to stream and hang out with you guys. And here we are playing a fun murder mystery. Will hopefully keep your Tuesday very entertaining. If anybody's wondering, hey look, Tiff's on the other side of the screen, it's because all the dialogue pops up in the right-hand side of this screen for some reason. So I moved myself over here for this playthrough. We're switching it up. But here is that underground area that I first told you about. We talked to this guy. And he was like, have you figured out who's responsible for this whole thing yet? And I was like, nope. And he was like, okay, well, go figure that out first and then come back to me. So we're gonna have to pause on this, even though this is a whole mystery on its own. We're gonna go deal with the surface first, and we'll come back here. He had a barrel bed? Hang on. Turning around. Running. Sprinting, really. A barrel bed?
You've returned.
Oh my god! It's so cozy! It's a bathtub! turned on its side. A large tub which has been converted into a rather eccentric bed. Honestly, eccentric is not even the word I'd use. I'd use comfy. Imagine just like curling up in there, snuggling in. This man is living the life. Okay, well thank you for pointing that out, Meerkat. That was very important lore. Euro says, it's a multi-layered cake of mystery, this game. And for that, I'd have to agree. Before we get too into this, guys, I forgot to run OBS as administrator, but it seems like it's not doing the choppy thing tonight. Knock on wood. Let me know if there's any issues and I'll restart and do that, but from my preview on my screen, it looks okay. Oh, we hit a loading screen wall here. One moment. Okay. I'm stuck? What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Had a little issues getting out of here, but that's fine. So yeah, we found that underneath the only altar that's Greek and not Roman. So that's clearly a whole thing. But yeah, so if we go this way, that's where the assassin should be. My thing is I almost want to start a new time loop because I don't know where we are in this one. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we might be too far into things now. Maybe not, though. Is this the... Are we still in the timeline where closeted gay man hates our guts? Rufus, I think his name is?
What is it, citizen?
Oh, no, this is Horatius. Who are you?
All right.
You're not even...
Over.
You're a different guy. Who are you?
What now?
What's your story?
I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man.
Ah.
Keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say.
We haven't met this guy yet. This is a new guy.
And making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
How'd you end up here?
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing all right for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore.
He's the sheriff. Yeah,
She's
that's a good way to put it,
probably long gone
Meerkat.
and
I think
moved
you're
on by
right.
now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl. And pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some genetic.
Also, I love how already I've gotten off track of the plan that I said I had.
Down towards the river.
Horatius just distracted me.
Nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind as labor does the body. That said, Scintilla's disappearance has been
And
more
Scintilla
difficult
is the
than I cared to
magistrate's
admit.
adopted daughter, I think. Can we talk about Scintilla?
What business is that of yours?
I'm looking for her.
A lot of people have been looking for her. But it's been 3 weeks, and we've found nothing. What makes you think you can do better?
Sometimes fresh eyes help.
I suppose that's true.
Did you notice anything suspicious before she went missing?
Scintilla was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Sentia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius. But none of them will tell me anything. You might fare better though, I suppose.
One thing I wish this game had, and I mean obviously wishful thinking, because this was literally like a team of like 4 people who put this together, so that's, you know, impressive enough as it is. But, you know in the Outer Wilds, where it had that sort of like map that like kept track of all the information that you had accumulated? I wish we had that, because there's so much information and so many characters and their relationships, it can be kind of hard to keep them all straight. So I'm doing my best, but that would definitely be, I think, a nice addition. Hey, Beast, how are you? Let's make a cork board. Hang on, let me get my red string. Let's talk about something else. What can you tell me about the magistrate?
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had. That's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
Do you know a way out of here?
I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived.
Hey, Kung Fu! Kung Fu says red string corkboards are underrated, TBH. Welcome on in, everybody. So good to see you all. Hope you're doing well.
That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested.
Can I see the citizen register?
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Luckily, we're never going to make it till tomorrow, so it's fine. Oh, this actually might be helpful. This is sort of our red string corkboard that we wanted, actually. So Aurelia is the tavern keeper. She lives in the tavern, and she claims to know a way out, which we know is a lie. That's actually suicide. Meerkat says, Tiff, do you want me to make one in MS Paint? Go for it. Then we have Claudia, who's the wife of Malleolus. She lives in the villa. Then we have Decius, who's a merchant and lives in the Forum. Domitius is Malleolus's guard. He lives in the slums. Julius is a commoner who's unable to work because he's imprisoned in the warehouse. Equidia is the Vestal priestess. She lives in the lower villa. Fabia is the baker. She lives in the slums. Galerius is a farmer. He lives in the slums. Georgius is a clothes merchant who lives in the Forum. Hannibal is a foreigner who forages for scrap and died in the cistern. Oh, he was, Dulius's friend who left treasure behind for him, I think. Okay. Gratius is a guard. He lives in the slum. Kabosh was a fisherman who disappeared. Yulia is the debt bondsman to Malleolus. She was the one who took the poison and tried to kill herself. Livia is the hairdresser. She now refuses to work because she's had some, like, visions and shit. Tiff, you're gonna need to slow down, Jesus, says Ricka. Lucretia is the nurse. Have we met Lucretia? Yes, we have. We've met Lucretia. She's obviously the nurse who was taking care of Yulia. Malleolus is the money-lending guy and is not to be trusted. Navia was the original doctor who locked herself in the palace, right? Octavia does cleaning and gardening. Rufius is the closeted gay man who is blackmailing the lovely gay man. That's why he's increasingly agitated. Sentia is the daughter of the magistrate who's restricted to her villa for her safety because her sister Scintilla went missing. Sentius is the magistrate. Eulopius is the other Malleolus slave, and he was the boyfriend of Scintilla. Virgil is the architect, who's my sweet baby angel who's being blackmailed. Okay, got it. I think I'm actually keeping tabs on everybody here, kinda. We're doing okay, I think. I don't want to speak too soon. Okay, that's very helpful. And sure, I'll give it back to you tomorrow. There's 23 characters, I think, Meerkat.
But whatever.
Seeing as we're chatting, what do you think about the Golden Rule?
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone.
I can't wait to see what you come up with, Meerkat. I think this is gonna be good.
You could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny. Well, you'd bloody well watch him like hundred-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
Where I'm from, that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime.
A war crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent.
Our worlds are very different.
Seems that way. War crimes. Ridiculous.
Are you saying you're in favor of this?
What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it, so railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is
I'm trying to adjust my
without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest.
They're so off balance.
With what we have,
I just need them to be
which is
even.
Sufficient.
There we go. That's good.
For he that is so wants nothing.
I didn't hear a thing you said, so let's just move
Like?
on. Bye! Okay. Anywho, that totally got me off track. I want to go talk to the assassin. I like how the assassin just waits for me to come confront him before he, comes out.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius.
Back to the plan!
Crispus, otherwise known as Quinticious. Do you know where he is?
I do, actually. Yes, he's in the villa, right at the end of this road. He goes by Malleolus now.
Thank you for your service to the Empire.
Wow, that was so easy.
Now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
That was so fucking easy. Alright, I'll just let him do his thing. He's gonna go murder Malleolus, which will obviously ruin our timeline, but we haven't been in here yet, so... Before everything goes to shit, I want to investigate this. Oh! We were in this place. This is where we first fell down through. Remember this? This is the hole we fell through. Interesting. So we actually entered this world through the bathhouse. I mean, that makes sense. We did fall through a little grate. Is there anything in here, though? Doesn't really look like it. I guess we'll go tell the priestess that we can meet in here now. Although maybe we should go watch the assassination happen. That could... So many options, guys! I'm overwhelmed with choices. But okay, at least I know where this place is now. So that's good. I hate how we get hit by sudden loading screens every now and then, really.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Okay, I'm guessing the assassination happened. And we missed it. So next time, we either A, have to get the priestess in there to talk to us before the assassination happens, or B, follow the assassin and watch the assassination happen. Both of which honestly sound like good ideas, so let's do that. Do we have any preferences in the chat? Would you guys prefer to see the assassination or talk to the priestess first? What do you think? Hi. No! Well, I didn't get the zip line right. Is this a business or pleasure question, says Euro. Pretty much, I guess, eh? Oh, hang on. Is this Rufius now? As it turns out, in order for us to get him to stop being a homophobic dick, we have to help him with his arthritis. Which I hate!
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
You better check yourself, Rufius. I'm here about your rheumatism.
What business is that of yours?
I figured out a treatment. Eat a pinch of this willow bark and you should feel better in no time.
Willow bark? And this will work? Oh, thank God. Finally, some relief. This is what I've been praying for. Maybe God hasn't abandoned me after all. Thank you.
Now.
I've been in a lot of pain lately.
Oh, is he about to confess?
The rheumatism, these cursed statues always watching in the crisis of faith.
Ah, here we go.
It was too much. Started
now
messing
we
with
can
my
try
head.
to stop him being a dick.
This is exactly what I needed to set it straight again. I owe you one.
You do, and I know exactly how you're going to pay me back. Euros' front row seats to an assassination would be fitting, though. Well, we can make that happen right after we're done with Rufius here. Let's talk about you threatening Virgil.
No idea what you're talking about.
I know it was you. I found an incomplete letter to him in your quarters.
Look, I haven't been at my best lately. I know that. It's the rheumatism. It starts with constant pain in all your joints. Then the pain starts to mess with your head. Makes you angry, mean. I know that's not an excuse for how I acted. But it's the truth. But with the willow bark, I'm already starting to feel like myself again.
So you'll stop being a
and
dick?
I know I said I owe you one. So I'll leave him alone from now on. It's not as if I was ever going to hurt him anyway. I was just lashing out.
Okay.
I'm going to go and clean up the graffiti.
Good.
Just...
American, it might be easier if you just Google them yourself.
Will you?
Alright, no problem. I'm not gonna forget this happened. I'm gonna be watching you. However, glad to hear you'll stop being a dick, and now we'll go report into Virgil and say he doesn't have to be worried anymore. We got it all under control. Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm stuck on a clothesline. Ah! Fuck. Virgil, my man. I got good news for you.
Ah, a new face.
Gotcha. Don't worry about the threats. It's just Rufius, and he's never going to hurt you.
What demon or spirit told you about that?
I found an incomplete note in his house.
You went snooping in his place? That was risky. We're
I love the
lucky you
color
didn't
of
cross
his
any lines.
outfit. It's such a pretty
Have
blue.
you spoken to him about it?
Yes, and he won't be bothering you anymore.
Really? How did you manage that?
I found a treatment for his rheumatism, which was making him agitated and compounding some other personal issues.
Poor fellow. I've heard that can really mess with a person's head. Well done for figuring that out.
Happy to help. I think he wants to help clean up his graffiti, too.
Really? That's promising. I'll keep an eye out for him.
Look at us, helping people with their problems.
Nice to talk to you.
You're welcome, Virgil, my sweet angel. Yay. So if we go into our quests now. Okay, yeah. So some of these are completed. Got it. John. We had a little bit of snow in late October, but it didn't last long. It only lasted a day or two. The weather's been really nice, actually. It's been around probably like 5 degrees every day. Getting cold, but it's not awful. How about you? So yeah, our other quests are finding a way into the palace to find Navia, obtain a bow, find Scintilla, having Galerius elected magistrate to free Dooley from his cell, getting into the upper cistern, figure out how to make Malleolus drop out of the election, figure out why Livia is acting so strangely, figure out how to neutralize the armed man, and figure out how to stop Ulpius from killing himself. That's so dark. That's so dark. Okay. $17 in Toronto? What the world's happening over there?
Help!
Hey, Fabia, don't worry. I'll take care of him. Do not go in the empty shrine, though, because you will get crushed. No one wants that. Alright, front row seats to an assassination, just as Euro requested. Hello there.
Stop right there.
Ooh, hang on. New dialogue option. We can send him into the crumbling shrine. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I still kind of want to just go watch the assassination, and then we'll try the second dialogue option. We can't pass up on these front row tickets, so let's just do this first, and then we'll come back and trick him. There was a button to, like, follow people, right? I don't know what it was, though. R? No. Q? No. V? No. Marcellius is the guy he's killing? I love how he didn't even bat an eyelash at this sketchy dude walking by with a bow. John says, for an assassin, he's quite comfortable walking in plain sight, right? A man's just like, whatever. Doing my thing. I'm just excited to see how this pans out, honestly. You could walk a little faster, or we could walk at the same speed, or... We walk at the same speed when I'm doing, like, a sidestep. Was he gonna fight this guard?
I'm here for Malleolus. Who might you be?
The name's Tiberius. You want to get to Malleolus? You go through me.
Then go through you, I shall.
Malleolus, you
Oh!
Many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Well, there's the sin. So there you go. I mean, it wasn't even exactly front row seats to the assassination, because he didn't actually get in far enough to complete his assassination. So I guess if we wanted Malleolus to get assassinated, we'd have to distract his guard. But I mean, there's no point in that, because if he gets assassinated, then the loop just goes, so... Yeah, sorry, Euro. I think the TLDR is he doesn't even get killed. You're right. But at least we know what happens, right? I demand a refund on my free tickets! Well, at least we know now that we can just go trick him, so... Let's go do that. At least it was fun to see how it played out. But for now, we enter the time loop. Okay. I hate how we have to talk to this guy every time. Bye. Oh my god, I am the worst at ziplining. Jesus Christ. Pretty sure we've only completed that zipline leap once. So back to the assassin, and then we'll send him for a little nap. Hey, Karis, it's going well besides the missing zipline. I'm better at cliff diving, as Juro said.
fellow traveler from a faraway land.
But I think we figured out how to deal with the assassin. We're gonna trick him. After we make sure she doesn't go in there. Get right on it. Go back to your bakery. I'll see you later. I don't even know where her bakery is. We actually haven't seen a bakery, but we'll worry about that later. For now, we need to deal with the assassin. Hello, hello, just in time.
Stop.
I saw him worshipping in a small round shrine just inside the city. It's the second building on your left.
Thank you for your service to the Empire.
I can't wait to watch him get
But
crushed.
you'd best make
Let's
sure
do
our
this.
paths don't cross again.
No, they definitely won't. I don't think so. It's time for crushing. Crushing time, if you will. And then, I guess we could pick the bow up off his dead body. Which was another quest of ours. In you go.
Filthy, lying degenerate.
Ha! Sucks to suck! Alright, I will definitely take your bow. Thank you. Beautiful. It's a nice bow, too. Look at this. Love it. We've also got a bounty notice. By order of Emperor Nero, all loyal sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tiberius Quinticious Crispus, a citizen from the Aventine district of Rome. He's about 40 to 50 years old. He has average height, average build, has dark hair, and has one green eye and one blue eye. He is typically clean-shaven. He is a known associate of cultists and suffers from delusions of grandeur. Okay. So we can go totally confront Malleolus with that as well.
You there? I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban, but I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts.
Oh god, this should be interesting. Go on.
Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues?
The statues come to life and fire golden bow and arrows at them.
And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly one or two of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of the tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg.
Oh god.
With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold.
Think of the golds, says Garrus? Yeah, I think that's what Decius is thinking of.
Golden animals, insects, trees, and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested?
I think the golden goose is meant to be a cautionary tale.
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not?
Well, alright. We at least should hear you out. We might get something from it, so sure. I'll go along with you and say that I'm interested.
Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan, but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
Not really.
No problem. Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask.
That's a lot of things to be a goddess of.
Is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
A golden bow?
Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what.
But you want me to steal it?
Oh, gods no! If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade.
You're really in the gray areas here, my man.
Path, and there's no way of
But luckily, I am immortal due to the power of the time loop, so we may as well give it a try, right? What's the harm? Hey Stendhal, this is the Forgotten City. This was originally a Skyrim mod, but it was so successful they made it its own game. It's a time loop murder mystery set in ancient Rome, and it's pretty cool. Here's my first question that I want to ask you. Why can't you just do it yourself?
I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you.
Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna ask my other questions, it's fine.
Are you in, partner?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Wonderful. Now, if you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment. And here we are.
I bet it is, Bearcat. Like I said, I can't wait to see it. This should be good. Fake golden bow. A composite bow covered in gold leaf.
Unlock the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
Not watch over me. Okay, hang on. So we may have gotten distracted. Surprise, surprise. Again. But I mean, look, the shrine is right here, and it's unlocked and waiting for us. So... what do we have here? Do you hear, like, flies or bees or something? Oh! Ew! Why do I have a feeling that's gonna be awful for us? Oh my god. I'm itchy already. A large stone statue of Diana, the ancient Roman goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld. We're totally gonna get killed by wasps, but it's fine. We're gonna try it. Except... I'm not tall enough to swap out her bow. Oh, there we go. Holy shit, it actually worked! No wasps. No death. Wow. Okay.
Is that you, partner? Do you have the bow?
Yes, I have it.
Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the door for me and I'll unlock it for you.
Do you think I'm a moron? No! I knew I shouldn't have trusted you.
And yet you did. And now, here we are. With me out here, and you in there. Until you give me my bow.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. I was just not against the golden rule. You said you'd split the riches between the two of us.
No, technically, I never said that. I said, if we were to split all those riches between the two of us...
How do we somehow get Decius stung by all the wasps in
my
here?
fault if you can't tell the difference between a hypothetical and a promise, now is it? Oh, I do love a good loophole.
I hate you so much. Let me out right now, or when I free myself, I'm going to kill you. And by kill you, I mean with killer wasps.
Not a very effective threat, is it? See, your first problem is, you're in there, and I'm out here. Your second problem is the golden rule. What are you gonna do? Kill us all? It's an empty threat. The bow, now. And don't even think about giving me the fake one. I'll recognize my own handiwork.
Even if I gave it to you, you'd probably just leave me in here, so forget it.
I would reconsider my position quickly if I were you. I'm not sure if you noticed, but you're stuck in there with a hornet's nest. And they
this man's had this all planned out. This is...
some
what?
say it takes 27 hornet stings to kill a man. But I always wondered how anyone could have known that. Let's find out how many it takes to kill a woman, shall we?
Am I gonna die by hornets? Can I shoot the nest? No, I don't want to shoot the nest. That's a bad idea. Shooting the nest is probably not a good idea. Unless... What if I extinguish the braziers? I was gonna say if we could get the wasps to swarm him, if they'd swarm the light. Oh, Karis makes a good point! My bow turns stuff into gold! Hey! Karis, you're a genius, man! A genius! Except there was more wasps underneath. Bye! Oh, that totally killed the moment with that short loading screen. Bye-bye! Wow, so we can actually turn stuff into gold now? I don't know, I didn't really believe it. I thought it was kind of a myth, but, no, it's real. What else can we turn to gold? Some bodies down here. Are you telling me I can't make this small jump? Seriously? Well, if that's the case, we're definitely gonna be stuck down here. Is there anything to shoot? What if I... Oh, I didn't know if I shot a gold thing if it would turn back to being a human. Beast. Funny. How do I get out of here? You think I can turn the water into gold? That would be a top tier hack. Wow! Top tier hack indeed! Whoa! Literally everything I touch turns to gold. I guess algae counts as the organic material. Yeah, and that's why this stuff in the middle didn't gold over. That's so cool. Wow. This is gonna open up a lot for us.
My beloved Galatea, I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you.
Navia's Journal,
I'll start
Volume
at the
1.
beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me, a rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two.
Same with me!
I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again and found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola. Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and, disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me. As I walked past her, I heard that strained whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that even though I had moved, she was still looking right into my soul. That was when it dawned on me. This was no statue. This was a woman trapped within that golden prison. Naturally, I told the others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, they would not believe me.
Well, some of them believed
From
you.
that moment on, I knew the full horror of this place.
The merchants sure believed you.
Immobilized
That's why you
within
tried to
these
trick me.
statues are living human beings. It was that day, my love, that my heart broke.
So I never realized that. I obviously realized that they were people, but I didn't realize they were still alive inside the gold. That's why we've been hearing whispers. She wrote this to Galatea, though.
I write.
And who was Galatea? I need to double check our handy dandy citizen register. Galatea's not in the citizen register. There's Galerius and Georgius. So who the fuck was she writing that to? Oh, Galatea was the statue.
One day, when we're finally
that doesn't make any sense.
You will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make much sense, does it? Why is she writing
I'll start at the beginning.
A note.
Soon after my arrival,
I never noticed Muffin was in the background there. Can you guys see her? She's back on for some reason, but she's there.
A whisper behind me, a rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea.
Her story again as we do some.
The
oh, and this is what we can do with the vines. We can turn them gold, and then they'll support my weight. I didn't have to lose weight after all, guys. I just had to get a magic bow. Duh, come on, Tiff.
Her face was
Disturbingly,
it was as if she was looking right at me.
This is great. Okay. Oh, fuck. Ow.
I heard that strained whisper again, and turning back.
Look at us solving puzzles and shit.
Even though I had moved, she was still.
Okay, so where did we come out? Inconvenient loading screen, halting our progress.
When
okay.
It dawned on me. This was no statue.
Where
this
are we?
Was a woman.
Oh, we're in the palace.
Naturally, I told
so
her,
Navia should be in here.
The results of my experiment, they would not believe me. But from that moment on,
the chest had some arrows in it.
Of this place. Immobilized within these statues.
Euro says that's good. Getting a magic bow that turns stuff into gold is way easier than losing weight when you want to.
That my heart broke.
What? What the f- Oh my, why was it like a skeleton? Oh my god, that's so spooky. Oh my god. Oh Jesus, okay. We've got combat. Euro says no thank you. I will, oh there's another one, no. Ah! Yeah, I don't like this. Goodbye. No! What? You're supposed to be turned into gold. Stop it. There we go. Oh yeah, no, I don't like this. There's another one over there. What the heckles? There we go. Okay, he's gold. Getting ahead. Is Navia actually in here? Why are these ones coming back alive?
You're not supposed to be here.
Hi. Oh no. Can I become a stealth archer in this game? I feel like the stealth is key here. Okay, so it takes a few hits to turn them to gold. Maybe it clearly has some answers. Tiff's getting them am I the bad guy feels again. Navia, come out. I need to talk to you. What is happening? Open the door. Any other way up? If I turn the trees into gold, can we climb them? No, I just turned a small patch into gold. Okay, fair enough. That's so cool that we can turn everything into gold. What a fun mechanic. I mean, luckily I have 30 arrows, so we can turn stuff into gold without worrying too much. Oh, here's a chest. More arrows. Oh, and a hole in the ground. Looked like they were digging it, hey? Were they trying to escape? Were these people? I mean, now that I'm looking at everything, look, she's kind of like, oh god. No, no, sir. Go to sleep. Bedtime for you. Yeah, it looks like they might have been trapped in here. Digging their way out? Uh-oh. Oh, cool! Doing it to the water freezes all of them. Okay, that's cool. Cool mechanic. I'm on the edge of my seat here. This is wild. Honestly, guys, this makes me want to play Skyrim. Ah! I'm trapped in the corner. Okay, headshots also seem to work very nicely. Oh, there we go. Okay. Are you alive? Yep. Stealth archer, baby! Oh my god, there's so many of them. Can I just get the water? What would happen if I ran out of arrows? Would I just be shit out of luck? Ooh, can I do a little platforming here? Check this out. Aha! Platforming on the golden leaves! Let's go! Oh, but there's a chest down here, though, so hang on. Hang on, we need to divert our path. Hop up here. Here we go. Here we go. Man, this is OP! This is great. It's also feeling very Skyrim right now, which is honestly not even a bad thing. Morgan! Hi! How are you? So good to see you. Ah! You see, when you turn them back into gold, they actually sigh with relief. I guess it's like suppressing the pain? There's so many of them, and I guess they're just rotting away inside the gold. Yeah, they're saying, give me peace. And saying thank you. Oh my goodness. This is wild. There's so much going on here. Hopefully Navia can give us some answers if we can catch up to her. Uh-oh, is that blood? That looks like blood. Oh god. It looks like this custom-made rack has been used to hold down golden statues and peel the golden layer from them. Is that what Navia's been doing in here? We got the key to the palace doors.
My beloved Galatea, after I learned that...
Oh no! I don't think that's the way to help them, by peeling the gold off. They're like rotten inside. It's better for them to just... That's why they're begging me to help.
But kept alive somehow.
Ugh.
Trapped in their own personal...
I mean, yes, it's awful, but I don't think what you're doing is helping either.
Too horrific for any sane mind to comprehend. I tried to offer them what small mercies I could. I began to talk to them, to keep them company. I'd imagine backstories for them, give them names, and tell them of the world, of the histories and stories I'd learned as a child. As the others became more concerned by my charity, I sought solitude from them, preferring the company of my tormented charges. Discovering a way into
So Tiff's not the bad guy this time, says Reese. Morgan says, I'm good. A kid tried to bite me today. Oh. Oh dear. I'm sorry to hear that.
And Pygmalion and Galatea. Pygmalion, the sculptor who fell in love with a beautiful statue, and who, praying to Aphrodite for aid, discovered that his beloved Galatea had come to life. It was then that I heard you whisper to me, Galatea. Forgive me. I know that is not your real name, just one I have borrowed from a story. But when I turned to look at you, I saw the most exquisitely beautiful woman I have ever known. Your face, forever frozen in
So that's the Galatea that she's writing these notes to. It's a statue.
Gave me new purpose, to free you from your golden prison, so that I might one day hear you speak. Not just.
So she's been like experimenting on them and peeling the gold away and stuff.
So I gathered
but as we've seen, underneath the gold is literally just skin and bones, and they're like zombies, and they don't want to be freed.
To work.
Interesting. Oh god. Okay. Okay. This should be fun. This has escalated really quickly, right? Jesus. I'm stuck. Oh, fuck, we're gonna die. I'm stuck in the corner. Fuck, man! God damn it! Oh, when did it last save? Are we gonna have to do all that again? Classic Skyrim stuck in a corner. They took that with them. Oh, good. No. We just started here. Okay, that's no worries. That's no worries. Okay, one thing I did notice. Do you see these curtains are golden? I'm wondering. Wait, how do I take my bow out? My flashlight. Oh, there we go. Wondering if I do this to the curtains, can we stop them in advance? Now they shouldn't be able to get through. Aha! Yeah! Smart. Okay, environmental puzzles. Hey, Revan, what's up? Oh shit, there was another door! Fuck! There was another door! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Shit. Okay. Wow, I actually think we survived this somehow. The golden zombies didn't get me. But, whew. I like to keep some drama on things. Meerkat, put it in Discord so everyone can see. Am I stuck? Oh, there we go. This is such a cool gameplay mechanic. Turning everything to gold. I love this. Can I climb along the vines? I guess, yep. We're side shuffling. Oh! And we fell. Now we have to do all that again? Oh, good. Okay, great. Let's hope that, okay, all these guys stayed gold. Sorry, guys. That's good. Excuse me, coming through. So, hang on, I gotta figure out how to do this shuffle they want me to do here. Oh, there we go. Okay. That was not super intuitive, but look, it works. We made it. We're also getting rich because I'm finding a bunch of coin pouches. Uh-oh. Aha! Now you can't get me, and your limbs instead just clip through the golden curtains. I guess the issue is, though, I guess eventually the curtains will become ungolden. Oh no, I'm gonna climb up here. I was gonna say the issue is, how do we get through? But okay, here we go. Yeah, the poor statues that she's saving are in pain. Poor things. Ah! No! Whew. Turn them all into gold. Turn them all into gold. And take the money. Lots of arrows for us along the way. Make sure we're stocked up. I like how you can just kick them over. That's so funny. Hi, Spring Shields. How are you? So good to see everybody this evening. Welcome on in. Hope you all had a good Tuesday. Welcome back to the Forgotten City. If you're wondering what's happening, we have infiltrated the palace, and we've also gotten a bow that actually turns things into gold. And a lot of the golden statues in here are coming back to life because we think someone's been performing experiments on them. So we are just shooting them with our magic bow to turn them back into gold. And then kicking them over for good measure. Eh. They actually say thank you to me, Beast, when I hit them. So I'm not killing them, I'm just like casing them again, encasing them in gold.
My beloved Galatea, my attempts at freeing these souls from their golden prisons have not been going to plan. My first charge was a Greek woman who I called Iodame after the Athenian turned to stone by Medusa. Drilling through the gold that encased her, I was vindicated by the discovery that beneath half an inch of gold, which is so rigid it must be some kind of alloy, was living flesh. Unfortunately, this golden alloy seems to have fused with her skin.
There we go.
So
we
removing
had an explanation.
it exposed the sinew and muscle beneath and appeared to cause her great pain. At first, I braced myself, expecting that inflicting such pain would break the golden rule, and yet, somehow, it did not. It seems whichever god is responsible for imprisoning these poor souls.
Absolutely brutal. Can you imagine? She's literally like skinning them alive, like flaying them.
Undeterred, I pressed on, working late into the night, attempting to remove the golden layer that encased her as delicately as I could. Eventually, I was able to free most of her body, but when I released her from her restraints, her first act was to lunge for my throat, clawing at me with all her strength and those sharp metal talons. This was my thanks for trying to save her. Whatever possessed Iodame to attack, she was clearly not a suitable subject for my experiment, and I was forced to lock her inside an isolated wing of the palace and bar the door. As I continued working on others, I could hear her flailing and launching herself at the other side endlessly. Regrettably, my other experiments bore similar results, and after
so she just kept trying and amassing this like army of zombies? She didn't think to stop after like 3 or 4?
Still, as much as my heart aches to know that you're suffering, I cannot risk attempting to ungild you yet. Not until
so I think unfortunately Navia's gone a bit crazy. She's in love with a golden statue and experimenting on people to save this golden statue. And she's actually hurting people to do it. Like, she doesn't even know this person. She just walked past this statue and was like, oh my god, she's so hot. And now she's on this like crusade. Oh dear. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. But... Ah! Jesus! Hero says, what? No, she sounds perfectly sane. What are you talking about? At the very least, we're gonna be absolutely rich. What can we even spend our money on? I don't even know. But we'll try it. Spending it on something. Just like showing it off. It's so spooky how they literally say thank you when you kill them. That's how much pain they're in. This is so cool. Uh-oh, more blood. Lots more blood. Leading to you, sir. Are you the cause of the blood? Nope, I think it's these fucking oh my... It appears to be dead. Evidently, its death didn't break the golden rule. She managed to peel one! Oh, fuck. Oh, she managed to peel a couple! Can I, like, help you? Oh, dear. Fuck. Yeah, this doesn't look good. This does not look good. Oh my god. What the fuck were you doing in here, girl? You realize if you do the same thing to your hot statue lover, she's just gonna look like this too. Did that head move? Or am I seeing things? I swear to god his head just moved. Oh no. How did she get enough of these things? Oh no. Is this alive? You can talk? I don't understand what you're saying. Oh! Ah! Jesus, fuck! You must be Navia.
And you must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And worst of all, look at what you made me do to her. This never would have happened if you just stayed away.
Did you chisel off your lover's mouth? Oh no! If you attack me, we'll both end up encased in gold.
And do you think I care about that? I don't care what happens to me, as long as you get what you deserve.
This has nothing to do with me!
Liar. I locked and barred the gate. I left a message warning you all to leave me alone. I just wanted to do my experiments in peace. For her. And now look at her. You made me turn the most
oh my god, this is really some mad scientist shit here.
Look at her. She's in agony. All I wanted was to spend my last moments with her. To see her beautiful face. To hear her speak freely. Instead of in those cryptic whispers. But as soon as I began my work, she stopped whispering to me.
Yeah, because you were hurting her.
I discover she started whispering to you instead. What's so special about you?
Bitch, I stole your girl! Calm down. It's not just this statue whispering to me. A lot of them do it, but it's always the same voice.
What do you mean, the same voice?
It's like someone else is whispering to me through the statues.
Yes. I remember when they used to whisper to me. They did sound similar. I just thought it was because all voices sound the same when they whisper. But now that I think about it, they were all benevolent.
Are we actually going to be able to talk her down?
Common knowledge.
You can put down those shears?
These bodies are mere conduits for that one voice. Then, this body is nobody. And everything I've done here was...
She's figuring it out.
Wait. I see
oh,
what you're doing.
Never mind.
You're trying to steal her away from me.
She doesn't even have a mouth anymore. What am I gonna do with a mouthless
Well, I've
female
done
statue?
all the hard work, then swoop in. Is that it?
No, I swear.
Liar. You tried to steal her away from me, and now look what you made me do.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't peel you.
Ew, please don't peel me. I ended up here by accident. All I want to do is leave.
What? What are you talking about?
I got trapped in tunnels under the city, and then I came up inside the palace.
Wait. So you're saying you weren't coming for us?
I never had any intention of hurting you.
So I did all this. I ruined her. For nothing. What have I done? Oh god.
Beast says, damn, I thought this was gonna be Mass Effect all over again, and Tiff was gonna lawyer her way out of another boss fight.
So much pain.
I still might be able to.
Coming into contact with her flesh. It's agonizing for them. But the only way to fix it will be to break the golden rule and let it run its course. At least that way she'd be golden again, and we'd be together. All it would take is one little cut.
Wait, I can undo this.
It's too late. There's nothing you can do. I have to do this. I'm sorry.
Can I turn her into gold? I can cover her in gold again.
What? How?
This golden bow is the weapon that encases people in gold.
Really? I'm not sure I believe you. But if you can undo this mess, I'll give you the key to my old medical chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I imagine it would help Lucretia.
Pretty sure I already have the key for that, so that would be completely useless to me. But honestly, as long as you're not gonna peel me, I'll consider it a victory. I don't need a reward, just let me out of here. Alright, stand back.
You did it. You took away her pain. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you.
I think we might have escaped here without getting
never
peeled.
Harm her again. I swear it.
Just don't peel me like an apple lady.
But these poor souls, what can be done for them?
Speech level 200.
I fear the only one capable of releasing them properly is whichever god doomed them in the first place.
In any case, I must honor our bargain.
At the very least, we've learned a lot of coming in here. The people inside are still alive, but their flesh is fused with the gold, so it's
useful to Lucretia.
Causes them pain when you try to take it off. However, it seems like, yeah, it's just one common voice speaking to us through the statues. It's not individual voices. They're not actually individually alive, I don't think.
Now, please leave. The door here leads out onto the palace balcony. You should be able to make your way down from there.
Goodbye, Navia.
Go. And never return.
Kara says, yeah, this changes everything. Like, everything looks exactly the same, but now you know. Exactly. When we're walking past these statues. Alright. Good luck, Navia. Jeez Louise. Alright. Well, that was certainly interesting. That's the thing about this game, is like you turn a corner and you're just experiencing some new mystery. So this is where that zip line came in. Remember I noticed this and I was like, hey, a zip line. Except we're not actually gonna zip line. Oh, if we do this, then that's just an easy way to get back in the palace. Okay. Ow. I see. Okay, okay. So. We finished behind closed doors. Oh, you know what we have to do now? We have to go confront Decius for locking us in there. I forgot. I may be almost dead right now, but that doesn't mean I can't exact some revenge. Where are you, asshole? There you are.
I
You!
wonder how much one of these statues is. Oh, hello there, partner.
Oh.
I'm glad you're here. I think there might have been some confusion about my little practical joke earlier. You see, my plan was to give you a little fright. You know, like two friends joking around at the Saturnalia, and then surprise.
He's lucky
I
there's a
opened the door.
goddamn golden rule,
But
is
when
all I
opened
can
it,
say.
You were gone.
You're gonna pay for what you did.
Partner, there's no need for threats.
That's not a threat, it's a promise.
Yeah, well, I don't have to listen to this. Get lost.
If I turn him into gold, do you think it counts as a sin? We're gonna try it. Honestly, worth it. It does not! We can turn! Oh no, it does. Never
Shall
mind.
suffer for the sins of the one.
Never mind. Honestly, I don't even have any regrets though. That was fucking worth it. Fuck that guy. B said, I like how the quest said to obtain a bow, and you just happened to obtain one of the most OP bows in history, right? So when I sin, all the golden statues come alive and murder everybody. So we need to follow the magistrate. He sacrifices himself, and then we can hop in a time portal and come back to the beginning of the loop. So really no harm, no foul. We got our revenge on Bucko. But then still managed to get out of here. Now, I wonder, like, is there, like, food we can get that'll actually restore our health, I wonder? Well, hopefully we won't need to restore our health anyway. So, what we need to do now, again, we got distracted by a whole other side point.
You, Tantalus, cannot.
We need to go let the assassin in, bring him to the shrine, and knock him over. And then we need to bring the priestess into the baths to meet with us. She wants to talk to us in there about the patterns we've been noticing in people's stories of how they arrived here. Yes, I still have the bow. You keep all your items that you had. So we don't have to go through that again, luckily. And obviously you keep your knowledge too, right? So yeah, let's just run in here and deal with the assassin.
Stop. Thank.
There you go. We'll send him to the shrine. He'll get killed in there, and then while he's doing that, you know, dying, we'll go find priestess, which I think that's her right here, actually. Hey, girl. Hey.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Who's the lady at the bar who turned me down? I'll look at the list after. I've been asking people about how they wound up here, trying to find a pattern.
Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed?
Some people mentioned a coin.
Yes, I suppose that could be something. But then most of us do tend to carry coins on our person, don't we? What else?
River?
Yes. What up?
Memory lapse.
Let me ask you the...
Stranger. With a K name. Wearing a hoodie.
Don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
Why not? Ow, ow! Is this too close, or... Honestly, I don't give a fuck. I'm following right behind you. Let's go to the baths. Oh, and I'll get the name from Meerkat. The name of the lady who turned me down. Aurelia. Is the bitch from the bar who broke my heart twice, and then I found out she sells poison to people. I should clarify. She sells poison to suicidal people. Even worse. Looks like our assassin friend got crushed. Excellent, excellent. So satisfying once you start to figure things out in the loop and you're just like bam, 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 and you're like putting all these seeds into motion. There might still be a way to actually win the romance, but I haven't tried again. Maybe that's another thing we should do, actually. If we get on her good side, she might give us some juicy info. Why are we going right to the back? Girl, what was wrong with talking up there? There's no one in here.
Alright, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, look down.
Is she gonna try to kill me?
It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp. But do you see it? Somebody went down in the forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen. It was C-H-A-R-O-N.
Oh!
As in Charon, the ferryman of the dead. Charon, who, in exchange for the right coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx, the river that separates the land.
This is all making sense now.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey.
So are we all dead then?
I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
So is this like purgatory? This place is the underworld?
I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all.
Oh, fuck.
Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in.
Oh, shit!
Questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
So, we're dead?
That was my first thought, too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly...
Yeah, but Charon shepherded us here, and we don't have any memories and stuff, so I think we're dead. Is Pluto synonymous with Hades? By the way, because she said, oh, so the god here is, and I was gonna say Hades, and she said Pluto, and I was like, oh! But is that two sides of the same coin? Meerkat says Pluto is Hades. Okay, cool. B says, so you died so hard, you got sent to the past where you're still dead? Good way to put it. I guess so, yeah. Okay, what can you tell me about Charon?
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman, or even Greek, you would know these stories. Each of them is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead, meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks.
Interesting. B says, someone must have killed the fuck out of you. Like Chris Redfield throwing a boulder or listening to Nickelback or some shit. This all makes sense now. Okay, so why didn't you all recognize Charon immediately?
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described. And he, she, they They seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti, and Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
So why are there so few people in the underworld?
Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river, but that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not.
Were you trying to keep this from me?
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help, I promise you.
Okay, that's all the questions I had.
Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it, if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide.
This is honestly making me want to play Hades again.
So it seems you have 2
Hearing all
options:
these names.
to confront the god of the underworld head on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina
Such a good
or
game.
some other guide.
Can't we just escape the way we came in?
It's a reasonable question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft. And even if you could build a ladder big enough, just trying it would break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left behind by those who've tried.
I've noticed you seem uncomfortable calling the god of the underworld by his name. Why is that?
All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is...
Oh, it's like Voldemort! I gotcha, I gotcha.
You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril.
Tell me more about confronting Pluto head-on.
Shh! Is everyone so blunt where you're from? Oh. That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
Hercules couldn't manipulate time or turn organic matter into gold.
Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day. But first, you'd need an audience with you-know-who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed...
Kara says, oh wow, first quest, solve the mystery. Final quest, destroy a god.
As though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again.
What can you tell me about the obelisk?
It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head that stands before the great temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize. That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques. Roman,
well, I think I know where to get the
Egyptian,
Greek one.
And a 4th, a mystery plaque.
At the very least. Where would I find the Roman plaque?
Good question. To answer that, we first need to ask who would have defaced the obelisk in the first place. It would have had the god's name engraved into it, so it may be that whoever desecrated it wanted that name to be forgotten. And there's only one group of people I know of who might want to do that. There's a cult in Rome that often argued there is only one true god.
So it's probably Malleolus.
They've been known to start fires.
Yeah.
As well as deface
because he's the head of the cult,
whose existence challenged their beliefs. If I were you, I'd go looking for them. Of course, they've all been.
We've got some proof to confront Malleolus with as well. That bounty that we got from the assassin.
I did hear a rumor they have a secret shrine somewhere in the city. Perhaps if you could find that, you might be able to recover the Roman plaque.
Where would I find the Greek plaque?
I don't know. But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow.
We
Georgius.
Actually know. It's
His
probably
store is
underneath.
in the forum.
Where would I find the Egyptian plaque?
Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident, will be able to tell us. Unfortunately, he disappeared weeks ago. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern, so perhaps you could talk to her, or just take a look in his room.
Where would I find the mystery plaque?
I'm afraid you're on your own with that one, but perhaps finding the other 3 will illuminate the way.
Okay. If I didn't want to fight a god, tell me more about escaping with the help of Proserpina or a guide.
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
So she might be willing to work against him to help us?
If the stories are true, then I suppose so. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
I hear the female statues whispering to me every now and then.
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now?
I didn't really have a segue to bring it up before.
I think you were as mad as Navia.
Exactly.
Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
It's always the same voice, and she's helpful, if a little cryptic.
Fascinating. Perhaps she's a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
Not yet.
Oh, I see. Well, let me know if you hear anything that might be a thread through this labyrinth.
Alright, I'm ready to get started.
Alright. I would suggest not discussing this with anyone.
We've got so much more to do.
What we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone.
I'll have a chat with Livia first.
In any case, time is of the essence, so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Like, just when I'm like, okay, we're figuring things out, they just, like, throw 4 more mysteries at us. This is... I don't know about you guys, but I'm finding this extremely cool. Wade against the current. Is there an ocean here somewhere? Do you think that's a whisper? I've got another question for you guys. Seems like you guys very much know your Roman and Greek mythologies. Why is she referring to her as Proserpina instead of Persephone? Is it the same as Pluto, Hades? Just different names for the same person? Ooh, we can climb up here. Gotta keep my eye out for all these vines now. Whoa, $1,000? Hell yeah. It's because Persephone is Greek. Oh, okay. Okay, I gotcha. Gotcha. Ow. Oh fuck, I died! I didn't realize the fall damage would wipe me out like that. Oops. Let's try that again. Where did it load me? Okay, right here. That's not too bad. At least we'll know this time not to jump off anything. Wait a minute. Oh, I didn't really do anything. I was gonna say, wait a minute, moss, but... Hitting me with them loading screens. Okay, let's get this chest again. Again, I don't even know what we do with all the money, but maybe we'll have to, like, pay to get out of here or something, so maybe it'll come in handy. Right? At the very least, we can just brag about how rich we are, so it'll be fun. There was also, I remember now, do you guys remember we found a bunch of vines down here in the slums? Oh, right! And there was someone in here! Right. Forgot about this whole area. Okay. So many mysteries! Ah! Okay, I think the vines that we found were this way. Yeah, okay. Lydia's gonna have to wait. Oh, that's how we can get in here! Aha! Oh, that's the plaque we were looking for. A Roman plaque bearing a Latin inscription. Pluto, father of riches. Well, there you go. We didn't even have to talk to any of the crazy Christians. We managed to break in here on our own. So that works. That was easy. Okay, cool. But that's why they have a secret Christian shrine and they hid the plaque in there. Got it. Alright, now how do we get out of here? Livia, I'm coming. Here we go.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his
That's why she's
threefold
talking about
braying.
Cerberus and stuff, yeah.
Would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a
Shut up, Aurelia. I'm trying to talk to her. And I can't talk to her until you're done. There we go.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
I figured it out. I know where we are.
Say it. Speak its name.
The underworld.
Then it is true. I was right.
You were.
I thought I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane. I had to tell myself it was true over and over again, until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the Metamorphoses by our great poet Ovid. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he himself came here. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
I will do my best to remember the relevant verse. There is a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. The sluggish Styx exhales vapor, and by that way, the shadows of the newly dead descend, entombed with full rites, and the ghosts of those, at last, given proper burial. The wide, thorny waste is cold and pallid, and the newly arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city, where Black Dis has his cruel palace. As the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls, and is never too small for any populace, nor notices the crowds that come. There the bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. And still others incur punishment. I hope I have done it justice, and now we share a secret. It's as if you've lifted a great burden from my shoulders. Thank you, friend. I think I should rest.
Okay, well, at the very least we helped out Livia. Let her know we're in the underworld. So that lead is resolved. So if we check our goals again. We still need to figure out what happened to Scintilla. Try to get Dooley let out. Figure out how to make Malleolus drop with the election. Figure out how to stop Ulpius from killing himself. Man, we still got so much to do. Okay, that's good. One thing at a time. So next up, I want to go down into that little Greek place that we found. There's obviously a lot of questions that I have about that and the guy who's living down there and why he's surrounded by Greek things. And I'm assuming he might maybe have the plaque. So let's go talk to him next. We still don't know who it is who commits the sin, either. We've seen it happen once. It's after Malleolus gets elected as magistrate. A sin happens. Like, we weren't, like, around it, though. All I saw was the... Oh, we haven't been here before. All I saw was the subtitles. Pop up. Always remember they're watching. Theophilus had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally. Wow, savage. Communal public toilets. These holes must be designed for use with a sponge on a stick. Small stick with a sponge attached. This must be what the Romans used instead of toilet paper. It appears to be for communal use. Best to put this back immediately. They clean their butts with communal sponges? Oh, I think I'd rather just have a dirty butt, honestly. Ugh. Can you imagine? Gross. Hey man, are you done with the butt sponge? I could use it here. Yeah man, here you go. Hands it over. They stored it in a brine pool that killed everything that lived on it. I don't know if that's good enough for me. I don't. We would need bleach or fire to cleanse that to the appropriate amount where I would be comfortable using it. Okay, so now this guy should talk to us, seeing as we know who's behind all this.
Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
I'm Tallara.
It's a sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
I'm looking for a plaque that was removed from the obelisk.
Ah, yes, that cursed thing. I know exactly where it is. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. I'm hoping that person is you. Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule?
Pluto, god of the underworld.
Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few.
Well, stranger, you have a lawyer on your hands now. Enjoy it.
Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue?
Sure, if I have to.
Good enough for me. Now, let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
I mean, I'd like to hope so.
And to what extent? In every situation?
In most situations.
So, you're not entirely confident. That is quite sensible. Indeed, I'm reminded of something Socrates once said. To paraphrase, better to know that you know nothing than to know nothing and think that you know.
Yep.
It is because knowledgeable people have learned enough to know they know very little in the broader scheme of things. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the Golden Rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, I was just gonna say, or Hades' version of right and wrong, not necessarily our version.
That is an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
I mean, there's more than one. But no, there's no one-size-fit-all answer to morality. Absolutely not.
How can that be? Since they all have differences, it follows that in some cases they would offer different conclusions about what is right and wrong. If there is a correct moral code...
Yeah, but morality isn't black and
follow
white,
that
it's
only
factual
one can be the
sometimes, and
correct
that's the variable. The correct moral code depends on the laws and customs of whichever society you're in, that too.
Ah, you know, I think you'd find an ally in Herodotus.
Meerkat says, me and my friends do this a lot while drunk.
Who lived some 400 years ago.
Have some
He told the story of
debates.
a man named Darius, whose curiosity was piqued when he learned that a certain tribe had the practice of eating their dead. He asked some Greeks who burnt their dead, what would it take for you to eat your dead? Aghast, they replied, nothing. Then he asked the tribe who ate their dead, what would it take for you to burn your dead? Nothing, they replied, equally aghast. From this, Herodotus concluded that custom is king, that right and wrong are merely local ideas which do not survive the journey from one tribe to another. I take it you're in agreement?
I mean, yeah. What's, you know, even just in our world today, where a lot of ideas have come, but there's obviously huge differences between the West and the East cultures.
Then let me ask you this. If you visited a tribe where they ate each other, copulated with the dead, and drank wine from cups made out of human skulls, would you still maintain that within such a tribe there is nothing wrong with such conduct?
Man, he is hitting us, yeah, with Philosophy 101. He's got me on a roadblock here. Because if I'm following the logic that I've laid out, the answer here is yes. But in my heart, following my own sense of morality, it's not. So, do we go with logic or do we go with our feelings, basically? Do you go with your mind or do you go with your gut? You know? I'll just say... You're doing double negative, reread it. Would you still maintain that within such a tribe there is nothing wrong with such conduct? What do you mean I'm doing a double negative? I don't think I am. Like, yes, I do agree there's nothing wrong. Or no, I don't agree. No, I suppose there's nothing wrong with such conduct. Or yes, there is something wrong with such conduct? You think? I think yes is you're affirming his statement. Yes is I am maintaining that within such a tribe there's nothing wrong with such conduct. But anyway, it doesn't matter because I don't even know what the answer is. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna say no.
And that's a credit to you. It is the mark of a civilized person to change their position when presented with a superior argument.
What's your point?
My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
Fair point, I guess.
If there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them. And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector. And life under tyranny is no utopia at all.
I mean, yeah, no, I agree.
I'm glad to hear that. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
That was a deep conversation. So deep, right? Is the TLDR is that there's no right answer. You know what I mean? It's like, some people are like, well, the world will be better if there's absolutely no evil in it. So we'll create the system of tyranny or these harsh oppressive rules. And it's like, well, is that even right? If you don't have free will, is that the right way to live? But then if there's no rules and people just do whatever they want, then things, oh man, we could sit here and we could discuss and debate about this all night, but it's just interesting stuff to think about, right? I definitely like the exercise of debating it and thinking about it, but I feel like if I do it for too long, my brain turns to jello. Yes, it was Socrates who said that, Karis. Anyway, moving on, let's try to get some information about you, stranger. What's your story?
You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company? It's a long story.
I'm listening.
I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully.
Oh my god, I almost choked on my water.
Verbally sparring with
Whoa, did you guys hear that sound? Did that pick up on the mic? Jesus.
One night I found myself in a tavern in an argument.
I'm alive, it's okay, we're fine.
It became heated, he drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life. I woke up on the banks of
so he knows that he's dead.
Of course, I tried to persuade
okay,
him to
so
let me
that's
return, but even with all
that's
my
new.
skill,
He actually remembers his death.
I settled
and
in,
knows that
made
he's dead.
friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
So, since they're underground, the golden statues can't find them. So that's how he's been able to live for so long down in here. Is when people break the golden rule, the people down here don't get killed. How have you survived down here?
Living in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation, so I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better with a partner.
Where's everyone else?
I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition, others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Kabash some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person in many, many years.
Why can't you tell me your name?
I fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
Why can't you return to the surface?
My generation was wiped out, turned to gold, many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here. I think it's safest to assume that if I was...
But like, didn't Hades notice that 12 people just disappeared one day?
job, and he'd send them after me again.
Hades? You mean Pluto?
They are one and the same. The Romans call him Pluto, but long before that, my people called him Hades.
Meerkat says, there is in anthropology considered 3 things that are considered universal. With 1, innocent do not deserve to suffer. 2, the ones who deserve respect are not to be disrespected. And 3, that the dead often still have rights. These just vary from culture to culture. Those are good pillars. I could see that, for sure.
As you wish.
Alright, I got lots more questions for you. That was only dialogue option number 1. Do you know a way out of here?
Ha! If I did, would I be living like this?
Fair enough. Short and sweet. Okay. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Did we not discuss it at length already? Oh, I see.
Oh, I was hoping for round 2 of our debate.
With me.
Okay. Do you know where I can find a plaque that was removed from the obelisk?
You seek the plaque bearing the Egyptian inscription.
That's the one.
It is a cursed object, and I would be happy to give it to you if Kabash had not already taken it.
Alright, then tell me where Kabash is.
I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the shrine of Persephone became the shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of
I see. This is why this place
out of reach
is full of Greek artifacts. I'm with you so far.
However, there was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription.
How did it get here?
We had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much
okay, I understand.
Than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs.
So literally, as the years go on, the underworld changes its appearance to keep up with the populace that are coming in. It started off Egyptian, then it turned to Greek, now it's Roman. Eventually it'll be British and American and... what'll I find in there?
There are certain things you must see for yourself. Take this key. You'll need it to open the gate.
Key to the catacombs. A rusty old key to the metal gate. Alright, I guess we'll head that way. I'll be going now.
I enjoyed our chat, but please...
Meerkat says, if this place don't got a McDonald's, I don't want to go. Alright, I will. Interesting. So many mysteries. My brain is swimming and I love it. I love me a good mystery. Probably take out my flashlight. Yeah, there we go. I feel like this is leading up. Are we? Where are we? Where is this gonna lead us? We'd know if we hadn't hit a loading screen. There we go. Are we? Oh, Jesus, this is the way we came in. For fuck's sakes. My bad. My bad. Okay. Wait, how did... Well, we went that way, didn't we? No... What? Now I'm just confused. Hang on. This just does one big loop?
The gift of Prometheus in your hand. Remarkable.
Oh, it just drops me down in the passage, which goes to... Okay, no, I understand. It's just another exit. Okay. That was confusing for a second, but we're good. We're going this way. Into the spooky catacombs. Let's get spooky. Let's get spooky! This must be one of the philosopher's 11 friends who he outlived. Yeah, definitely getting Skyrim vibes from this, too. This guy didn't even get a proper burial. He just fucking died on the ground over here. R.I.P. to you. Expecting a trap at any moment. Oh, wait a minute. Where are we now? This is an actual built structure. Take out my bow! Oh, good. Okay. Good, good, good. So there's Egyptian vases here. An Egyptian clay vase decorated with animals and geometric patterns. It now contains nothing but sand. Egyptian board game. The board for an ancient game called Senet, the rules for which are long forgotten. Door is locked from the other side. Okay, so we gotta go this way. That looks like a statue, right? That is so fucking creepy. What the fuck? So creepy. Okay. I wish I could hold my bow and my flashlight at the same time. That would be a big help. Like, I can't tell these guys are alive because it's too dark. Oh, they're alive. They're alive. They're alive. Wow, I hate this. Good thing I have stealth archer experience. Yeah, we've got Egypt-style architecture here. Ah! Where did you go? Oh, Jesus, you're right there! It's so hard to see in the dark! I hate this so much. And switching between my items is not super intuitive. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, just gotta eat a few more carrots. Ah! Oh my god! I didn't know I was playing a horror game! Thought we were having a fun murder mystery! Fuck. An Egyptian plaque which translates to, the many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Yeah, Hades has been up to this bullshit for a while. Hasn't he? Yeah, I'm gonna snipe these motherfuckers while I have the... Well, I can't, because they just ran away, and now I can't see them. Because it's too goddamn dark. Okay. You're alive, right there. Where are you going? Right underneath me. Okay. There's two of you. Got one. Got two. Who says it was Hades at this point? That's a good point. Maybe he inherited it from someone. Spooky dookie! Spooky dookie! We got the sand here and everything. We wanted this to feel authentic. Oh!
Stop. Do not come any closer. Who are you?
You must be Kabash. I'm Tallara. Who are you?
I am Kabash. And let me guess. Another Greek or Roman come to loot and plunder the resting place of my ancestors,
Do I look Greek or Roman to you?
Trousers, boots. Curious here. No, I suppose you do not. Then what do you want?
I'm just looking for an Egyptian plaque.
To what end?
I want to return it to the obelisk.
That is welcome news. You really are not Greek or Roman, are you? I was planning to return it myself, but for now, I must remain. Here, take it, and restore the honor of Osiris.
Ah, so is Osiris synonymous with Hades, or did Hades take over the underworld from Osiris? Thanks.
Now, as for the other plaque.
They're different? Okay. Fourth plaque? You know about that?
Indeed. I have it right here. I stumbled across a collection of dusty curiosities while searching for a place to hide from the hungry children of Amit. And there it was.
May I have it?
You may not. In fact, I am about to destroy it.
What? Why?
Because it speaks a treacherous, blasphemous lie.
How so?
I will tell you. But first, do you know what this place is?
The Duat?
Indeed. And I see you know our history. This is the Duat. See what has become of it. I have been down here for weeks, piecing together its story. And here is what I have learned. As Egypt declined and the Greeks had their turn to flourish, their souls came here in great numbers. But instead of adopting our ways, they copied and corrupted them. When they found the
I'm learning so much about
the true god of the underworld,
all the histories and the mythologies of these times. Thank you guys for assisting me.
Even the ferryman of the dead, known to my people long before as Kerti, they renamed to Keron. As if that desecration was not enough, they built over this place.
Can you imagine being so conceited that you wanted to build your own underworld?
So that ours
Ew, Egyptian underworld? No, Greek underworld is way more in right now. We're gonna rebuild over this.
Renaming Hades to Pluto. And this
like it's the fucking underworld. Stop being so conceited. So what's the problem with this plaque though?
It is inscribed with a script I do not recognize, but it is ancient, almost as if it is older than the plaque bearing Osiris's name. But if that is so, it would imply the gods of Egypt are mere imitations.
There you go, Karis. Here's the whole copy-paste thing you were talking about. Everything's been copied from the people before them.
My people did to them what the Greeks and Romans did to us. But this, I cannot accept. I sense a deception. Perhaps it is the work of Set, the usurper, seeking to undermine Osiris once more.
What does the inscription say?
You will never know. This work of sacrilege must be destroyed, thrown into the black abyss below in Osiris's name.
Please don't.
You are too late. It is done.
God damn it! Now I'm gonna have to go in after it.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness.
We'll see. First, I have some questions for you.
If it will help you to see reason, then ask.
What's your story?
I am from Rakotis, which you may know as Alexandria, the name of the city the Greeks built over it. I was a fisherman, like my father before me. Since the Romans had taken over from the Greeks, I took the opportunity to learn Latin and eventually traveled to Rome. When the fires broke out last year, I tried to help. I gathered terrified locals into my boat and led many of them to safety farther along the Tiber. On my 7th trip, a passenger demanded I wait for his brother. But we were full to almost sinking, and smoke was all around us. I told him his brother would have to save himself, and he tried to bribe me by placing a coin into my hand. When I refused, he drew a dagger and thrust it between my ribs. I awoke on the banks of the river to a stranger wearing a ram headdress. He said his name was Kirti, and at the time, I simply thought him odd. It did not dawn on me until much later that he was the Kirti, the ram-headed ferryman described in the Book of the Dead.
Do you know a way out of here?
This is where I belong, as caretaker of the memories of my people. If our ways are to be remembered, it falls to me.
But, like, who are they going to be remembered by? The other dead people? That's so mean of me. He clearly has his task. See it through, man. I'm not going to doubt you. What do you... Why am I the worst? What do you think about the Golden Rule?
I think if someone is to break the Golden Rule, it will not be me. For I try to live as I always have by the command of the goddess Ma'at. Do to the doer to make him do. As for the punishment that will come from it, I finally understand why it has long been said among my people that gold is the skin of the gods.
What do you think is down there?
I do not know. What could possibly lie beneath the underworld? Perhaps it is infinite darkness. Perhaps it is the lair of Amit, the devourer of souls. All I know is, it would be unwise to venture down there.
That just makes me want to go down there even more, man.
Is everyone so contrary where you are from? Do not even consider it.
I'll be going now.
Good. Be gone from this place. Wait. You are planning to go down there. I see it in your eyes.
Definitely.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat.
Danger,
no
yes please. Sign me up.
Madness.
Well, I got no choice. The dude friggin' threw the plaque down there. We need the plaque to confront Hades and get out of this loop.
We shall see.
We got no choice, and it's all thanks to this man. At least he's got a little tent to sleep in. That's nice. Alright.
That lamp, praise Ra. Truly, the gods are powerful in this place.
Ready? It looks like there's water, and it looks like the plaque maybe didn't break, so those are two good things. Geronimo! Woo! There it is. The Sumerian Plaque. A plaque bearing a cuneiform inscription that reads, Nergal the Fierce One. So I guess that was the religion before Egypt, hey? I don't know anything about that myself. That's new to me. Look, even the people look different. They're wearing different clothes and stuff from the people up top. That goes way back. That makes sense. Oh yeah, look, the clothing of all the people and everything has changed. So people have been dying down here in their own little areas for forever. Doesn't matter who the god of the dead was. Maybe they've been just switching out over the years. They're like, yeah, Egypt's in decline. You know, Osiris, you're done here. Hades, you're up. And then Hades was like, ah, well, I think the Greeks are out of here. Change my name to Pluto. Just a long cycle. Oh. Oh! Shit! Okay. Well, that was a trap. Thank God I sidestepped. Let's get out of here. Yeah, look, a Sumerian plaque. Translates to, the sins of the one shall become the suffering of the many. It's the same old, same old. I'm not stepping on that. I've learned my lesson. Thank you very much.
When I told you that you would not find a way back up, that was not a prediction. That was a promise.
What the fuck?
You will die here.
What the fuck? There's no need for this.
I disagree. I warned you against coming down here, against perpetuating this sacrilege, but you persisted.
Why are you like this, man?
Undermined and dishonored the true god of the underworld. How did you think this would end, if not with bloodshed?
Just hear me out.
Very well, I will listen.
Okay, it's time for our
or if you further
persuasion skills.
God, I will carry out my threat. So tell me, why should I let you live after you salvaged this instrument of blasphemy?
Okay, so we got 3 options here. If something can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed by the truth. That's savage, and I feel like it's just gonna piss him off, so I don't know about that one. There's no shame in building on the works of people who came before you is good, but I'm not sure if he's rational enough to listen to it. Third one is just the honest-to-God fucking answer, which, when in doubt, speak your truth, I guess. I'm just trying to replace all the plaques taken off that goddamn obelisk up there. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go with that one.
Why? To what end?
I'm hoping it'll earn me an audience with the god of the underworld, or should we lie and say we're hoping to restore honor to the god of the underworld? Karis's Tiff, remember the talk you had with the stranger about adapting to customs. That's a good hint. So maybe he would like if I would say something about honoring the god. Clearly he's all about that. So maybe now's the time for a little lie? Yeah, let's do it.
But that makes no sense. How would it honor him to place false names on his sacred Tekenu?
If gods exist, isn't it possible that they each have more than one true name?
Now that I think about it, my people would sometimes.
Okay, I think we're getting through to him.
God of many names. Perhaps it is so. But the underworld of my people is so different to this one, and so unlike the way it was described by our priests. Many of my ancestors endured great hardship to live good lives so that we may descend to the Duat in death and be judged accordingly. We prepare to have our hearts weighed on Anubis' scales and to swear ourselves innocent of sin before the 42 assessors of Ma'at. And yet, I arrive here to find the Book of the Dead contained only a seed of truth. And now, I ask myself, did our priests steal and embellish the stories of an older people and feed us lies all our lives simply to trick us into obedience?
I mean, not really, because we are in the underworld, so really, did your priests lie? I don't think so. I think they just evolved stories to fit their own needs. I feel like he's not gonna appreciate the sass if I say the first one. So maybe I'll go with the cheesy second option. Isn't being a good person a worthwhile pursuit in and of itself?
I am not sure I follow. Speak plainly.
Even if your beliefs about the afterlife weren't quite accurate, isn't the important thing that they motivated you to live good lives?
Perhaps there is some truth in that. What is your point?
Are you going to abandon a lifetime of good character now that it matters most just because you found out you were misled?
You are persuasive. Very well.
Yay! We did it!
And you may do what you will with that plaque. I will remain here for a while.
We did it!
And attempt to learn
Persuasion
what I can
levels
about the
max!
foundations of my people's beliefs. Go.
Whew! Okay. Not gonna step on that. Where was he anyway when he was threatening me? Are you up here? Oh yeah, there he is. Jesus, how did he even see me all the way down there? How did we have this conversation from that far apart? We were like literally yelling throughout this chamber. The power of a strong charisma build. That's kind of hilarious. Okay. Lawyer Tiff strikes again. I actually do, whenever I get the chance in games to, like, have a charisma build, I always do it. I love talking my way out of shit. Which, I mean, I guess makes sense for a day job. Oh, and this is the door we came out earlier. Okay. Does this look like a giant peanut? Oh my god, I need to go. Or my mind is truly in the gutter. So I guess we just go back the way we came, or... Is there a faster way out? I don't even know. No, I think this will get us back pretty quick, actually. I think we just gotta run through here. Yeah, here we go, here we go. Hey, I'm back!
You carried the gift of Prometheus in your... Good to see you again, friend. Did you find...
Tiff, a lawyer in time. Sounds like a name for a show.
I enjoyed our...
Okay, so I have all the plaques now? Also have a shit ton of money, that's nice. Egyptian plaque, Sumerian plaque, Roman plaque. Wait, we're missing one. We're missing the Greek plaque. Where's... I thought you were gonna give me the Greek plaque. What? Hi.
Good to see you.
Hang on. We're missing something. Where are you hiding the Greek plaque? Did he say he put it in the catacombs, maybe, and I missed it? I can't remember what he said earlier about the Greek plaque. I think he said it was in here, and then he was just like, keep going and you'll find your answers. Check his pockets? Might have to, because I don't know where it is. Oh, it's not down here? I guess not, because when I go to the Greek plaque quest, it says to ask Georgius. That's weird, isn't it? I would have thought it would be down here. Didn't he? I could have swore the old man said that they took it, though. So that makes no sense that it's not here.
You carry the gift of Prometheus in your hand. Remarkable.
Okay, I mean, I guess it's not down here. Let's just go upstairs and talk to the Greek guy, I guess. Maybe he actually has it. Invisible loading screen is invisible. Do do do. All right. The day is almost over, so we're probably gonna end this loop soon. So we gotta talk as fast as we can. Oh. He's in here. Oh, no, you're right there. Hello. Don't mind me just parkouring around you.
Greetings. I'm Jordan.
I know. You want to know where I'm from, but I really want to ask you some questions.
My friend, your words intrigue me more and more. But yes, very well. Ask me what you will.
Beast is not gonna lie, this whole thing reminds me of Futaba saying, typical fetch quest. Do you know where I might find a Greek plaque?
And in a city full of Romans, you are asking me? Because I am Greek. Let me tell you something about Greeks and Romans. My name is Georgios, yes, but the Romans, they do not care. They hear me say Georgios, and they think, ah, he must mean Georgius. Good Roman name. They do this all the time. They see us worshipping Zeus, they copy us, but call him Jupiter. They take Hades and call him Pluto, Persephone, Proserpina. I am flattered that they copy our ideas, but why must they change the names? Do they want credit for making it all up? Do they want to forget where it came from? At first, I pull my hair out.
You don't have any hair.
I give up.
Well, I guess that's why, because you've been pulling it out,
sir. The world is Roman.
Sorry to hear that.
Plus, I have no hair left to pull.
Ah, there you go.
My point is this. If you want to know who stole an old Greek name, look no further than the sticky-fingered Romans. The plaque you seek was pilfered from a collection of old Greek relics by none other than Dully. He cannot help it. Like a typical Roman, he likes
mind map is posted. Can't wait to see it after stream, Meerkat.
To my people. And besides, it makes him happy. So I say, let him keep it. I believe he still has it with him. In his cell, just opposite the Temple of Demeter.
We're gonna have to let him out before we can get it, aren't we? Let's go see. Dooley.
Hello. Have we met before?
About that Greek plaque in your cell.
Do you like it? It's shiny, innit? It makes me happy just looking at it.
May I please have it?
But if I gave it to you, then I wouldn't have it anymore, and I'd be sad.
Oh, I mean, logical argument. What's it gonna take for you to give it to me?
Well, if you get me out of here, then I wouldn't need it anymore because I'd already be happy. Then you
That's
could
what I
have
thought
it,
was gonna happen.
And you'd be happy
I mean,
too.
fair enough, dude. Bragging for your freedom. Let me talk to the magistrate about getting you out of here.
Galerius already tried that.
Like I said, this guy was cute before, now he's just annoying.
No matter what.
Because he has something that we need. Maybe it's time we had a new magistrate.
Like Galerius?
Okay. So yeah, so looks like all roads lead to the quest where we have to get Galerius elected as magistrate. Okay. So our other quests, if we can figure out how to make Malleolus drop out of the election, which we have some dirt on him. It's getting dark, so like I said, I think the loop is almost over, but let's go see if we can
Great Temple majestic?
talk to Malleolus real quick. You've been warming up your speech all day, man.
Thank you.
Hi. I need to confront you about
Tiberius
something.
doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see me. Well, what do you want?
I want you to withdraw from the election.
Are you insane? You barge into my villa uninvited and then make outrageous demands? Why would I withdraw from an election I'm bound to win?
Because as soon as you win, you're going to break the golden rule.
Don't talk nonsense. There's no such thing as the golden rule.
You're going to arrest Sentius for treason and sentence him to death by gladiatorial combat. Oh, is that what happens? How do I know this information? So that's what breaks the time loop every time. I feel like the game just gave me information that I didn't actually know. But okay, apparently that's what breaks the time loop. That's what breaks the golden rule every loop. Interesting. Don't know how I came across this information, but okay.
How could you possibly know that?
I'm a mind reader. I know all your secrets.
Nonsense! This is nonsense! I don't know how you know about my plans.
Well,
Sure Sentius is involved
I guess
somehow.
we've now figured out the quest of who's
I'm going to
gonna
enjoy watching Tiberius
break the
kill
golden
even
rule.
more. Now, get out of here. You outstayed your very limited welcome.
I guess we should go talk to Sentius and be like, hi, figured out who's gonna break the golden rule. Totally of my own volition and not through something else. Hey Yarn, how's it going? Good to see you.
I hope you have a good reason for flouting my weapons ban.
Yeah, I'm trying to save the world, duh. The game literally just spoiled itself.
I assume you already know.
I'm Tallara, and we've had this conversation before.
We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here?
Yeah, and I just figured out who through my masterful detection skills.
Only, I assume...
Definitely not through the game spoiling itself.
You had to start over. Is that about right? If so, what happened?
I actually never knew what happened, but I couldn't stop it from being broken because I know what happened now. He just caught himself up. Damn, says Meerkat.
Unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered, and do better next time.
Don't worry, I've done so much better.
You sought me out again for a reason.
I've got info for you, my mans. Can we talk about who's gonna break the golden rule?
Of course. What is it?
I've already figured out how to stop at least one person from breaking it. What happens now?
Well, if you stopped one person from breaking it and you're still here, then there must be someone else about to break it still. Allow me to explain. When I discovered the ritual to Proserpina...
He was just like, I don't know you, meaning I must have summoned you in a multiverse time travel, right? I like how quickly he brought himself up to speed.
If you do anything to change the course of history in such a way that your very being here is impossible, you will have created a paradox. To illustrate, when the golden rule is broken, I will open the doorway that will bring you here to prevent it from being broken. If you manage to succeed in saving our
Yes,
lives,
I got it. Can I tell you that Malleolus is gonna break the rule?
Inadvertently, if either of those things were to happen, I am... So the fact that you are still here...
Yes, I got it.
It looks like you'll have... Of course.
I think I know who it is.
Yes?
It's Malleolus.
Why do you say that?
Excuse me. When he wins the election, he's going to convict you of treason and sentence you to death.
What? That's... I'm speechless. How do you know? Of course, this isn't your first loop, is it? Well then, you must stop him from winning the election. I expect you'll need some kind of leverage on him, but I can't be seen to be involved in this, of course, so you'll be on your own.
What?
You better not waste any time.
The world might end, but I don't want to get caught up in a scandal. Very helpful. Okay, I'll get right on it.
Thank you.
Shake my damn head. What was the fucking point of reporting to you then? A true Roman, says Meerkat. Can I just ask him to release Dooley?
You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. That man is a
You literally brought me here to solve your problems. Shouldn't you trust me when I say do something?
multiple times, sneaking around in places
Politics
he should
is a
not have
bitch, right, Euro? What exactly did he even do?
Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you, that is not the case. You may not be aware of this, but it was not so long ago, during the Republic, the law of the 12 Tables would have required that he be killed as soon as he was born, owing to his
Oh, fuck that! That's so mean.
Here we see to it that he has food, water, and shelter, and most importantly, he is able to continue living.
In a
A privilege
cage?
that would be taken away from all of us, were he to be
It's not
released
living.
and commit the crime of trespass. The man has no self-discipline, poor comprehension of what is going on around him, and is an incorrigible rule breaker. I will not jeopardize the lives of my people so that one man can go free.
But I'm here to save the day! Fucking listen to my advice! Jesus! I was hoping to ask you some questions about my investigation.
Ask then.
Never mind.
Good.
I already asked
Now-
you all these questions in another loop. Okay, bye.
Thank you.
So, will Malleolus let me talk to him again so I can talk to him about him being the leader of a cult? Or is he just pissed off with me now?
Get out of my villa before
Just
I have
pissed off with
Tiberius
me,
throw
okay.
you out.
Fuck you too. Okay. So, let's take a moment here to pause and go through what we got going on. So, oh, hang on. So do I have to tell Sentius about all these other things? We know that's not going to escalate. I solved that. I solved that. I solved that. I solved that. Or do I tell him anyway? Okay, maybe. We'll tell him anyway. We need to collect all the plaques. We need to continue to listen to the whispers. Figure out what happened to Scintilla. Get Galerius elected magistrate, which will then get us the Greek plaque. And we'll get Dooley's key to get into the upper cistern. And we need to figure out how to get Malleolus to drop out of the election and confront him. And we need to figure out how to stop Ulpius from killing himself. So we've still got tasks on the old to-do list. Let's,
Citizen.
I guess we'll just report everybody to this guy.
Of course. Yeah. Why do you...
Decius, he's price gouging over life-saving medicine.
Indeed. That is abhorrent. And even if doing so hasn't directly broken the golden rule, it's not difficult to imagine.
No, I
this
don't need any
behavior
hints. I think I'm
provoking
doing good for
someone
now.
to theft or violence. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. It looks like you'll have to continue your...
So I guess I did tell him the one. And all the other ones he would just like falsely arrest them or something. But okay, so I understand. So, what time is it? Yeah, we'll probably wrap up here soon. So next day we have to focus on Scintilla's disappearance, which should be linked to, what's his name's suicide. So we'll focus on these two things. Also, we need to confront Malleolus and then work on getting our farmer friend elected. So we've got like 4 sort of main tasks that we've got going, but we learned a lot today, guys. We learned that we are in the underworld. We learned that, you know, it's Hades that's kept us trapped here. We learned that the statues are literally people inside and a crazy person was trying to peel them, for lack of a better word. Ugh, peel. We've learned that Persephone might be able to get us out of here. We've learned that we might be able to just fight the guy to get out of here. We've got some potential escape routes. We've solved some mysteries and gotten some more information about everything that's going on. So I would definitely call this a productive evening, and I vote we call it a night there, and we will pick up right here from where we left off next week. So I just want to say thanks everybody so much for hanging out with me. As always, I say this every time, but I mean it every time. I really appreciate you guys taking some time out of your busy schedules to come hang out with me and play some video games. I really hope you're enjoying the playthrough of the Forgotten City so far. I'm just loving it. There's so much to do, so many mysteries, so much going on in my head, bopping all around. I'm having a lot of fun. So if you're new around here, or if you need a reminder, we stream every Monday and Tuesday evenings, which means unfortunately I'll see you guys on Monday, which is a few days away, but it gives you lots of time to sit down and think about this game, digest, maybe take a look at Meerkat's MS Paint corkboard theories, and hopefully I'll see you guys back here again next week. So thank you guys very, very much again. Everybody, please stay safe, take care, enjoy the rest of your week, have a great weekend, and hopefully I'll see you guys right back here again next week. Good night, everyone.